Basketball fans, welcome back. So I took some time off from the main channel and I was making some ball videos. You can go check them out on the NBA Kenya YouTube channel. But in this one, I'll be talking about the NBA playoffs. So it's been almost a week and a half since I've made a video talking about the NBA playoffs. And I just took some time to check out how things were. And as per recording this video, the Los Angeles Lakers got beat in 5 games by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So earlier on, about a week and a half ago, I dropped a video talking about the teams that I feel like they can go ahead and proceed. But boy, was I wrong about the Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. I felt like, the Lakers were going to go ahead and win it in 5, similar to what people in the NBA mainstream media were saying. But that wasn't the case. And the season is over for the Lakers, and after losing to the Timberwolves in 5 games. So the Los Angeles Lakers are out of the playoff picture completely, and it was a devastating series loss. And they lost in game 1, they won game 2, but they went ahead and lost 3 straight, game 3, 4, and 5. So it was insane. So moving forward, I will be releasing a bit of some throwback videos from the previous weeks, talking about the things that you might have missed in the NBA playoffs. So this was a win-and-go-home situation for the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 5 of the Western Conference first round. I don't know why I'm saying West Finals, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm waiting for the West Finals. It's going to be quite insane. So the Western Conference first round, it has been insane, and I've been monitoring a couple of series. So the Lakers versus Timberwolves was that one. Then we have the Rockets versus the Warriors. That's another one that I was checking out. I had a very close eye on that one. And also the Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Clippers one. So in this one, the first dominant fall was the OKC Thunder sweeping the Memphis Grizzlies. So they made quick work of them. I'm going to address them in another video. And in this one, the second team in the West to make it to the second round was the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I have to give full credit to them because they're able to beat the Lakers in 5, and they did it in the Crypto.com arena. So yeah, it is what it is. So after taking a 9-point lead in the first quarter, 31-22, the Wolves set the tone early for this game, and the Lakers were working to catch up all night long. So at halftime, the Lakers were down by 10 points on their home court, and Luka Doncic was questionable to return after falling to the floor on a hard foul. So the Lakers tried to make a run in the second half, but they were ultimately unable to close the gap down the stretch. So this was a game of catch-up, and the Lakers were not able to go ahead and, make this game interesting by, even stealing this game. Because we have seen the Rockets and the Pistons force a game 6. So they're going to be a game 6 there. But the Lakers, it's so unfortunate because the Timberwolves center, Rudy Gobert, was the leading scorer for the team with 27 points and 24 boards. And 2 of these are career playoff highs and 2 blocks on 80% shooting from the field. So Anthony Edwards, he dropped 15 points, 11 boards, 8 assists, 3 steals on 26.3% shooting from the field, while Julius Randle finished with 23, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists on 50% shooting. So you can see the Minnesota Timberwolves were moving on all cylinders, and there was nothing stopping this unit. So this was bound to happen because when I was watching it, this game happened early in the morning, like 5 a.m. where I'm at because I'm in Nairobi, Kenya currently. So these games happened way early in the morning, and the Houston versus Golden State game happened in 2:30 a.m. So these games happened early in the morning. So woke up, watched these games, then took some time to just dissect things as I saw that. Then the Lakers, Luka Doncic was first in scoring with 28 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists in 40 minutes. And Lebron James finished with 22 points, 7 boards, 6 assists on 43% shooting. And Rui Hachimura dropped 23 points, 4 boards, 1 block on 56% shooting. So statistically, you can see the Minnesota Timberwolves were playing with the most urgency, and you can see the trade that happened in February, the blockbuster trade when AD got swapped for Luka. You could see the Lakers had a huge problem at hand because they needed to trade for a center, and that trade got nixed with Williams from Charlotte. Didn't happen. So that was actually very crazy. And right now, as we speak, you can see the Lakers are moving towards the post-LeBron era, and the team should be designed to fit Luka Doncic's playstyle, similar to what the Dallas Mavericks had going on. So, yeah, I mean, it's high time we accept that, LeBron James is 40 and it's just going to be difficult. So the Lakers got only as far as their stars could take them, but only 2 out of their 3 were any good tonight. So in the must-win game, Luka Doncic and LeBron James combined for 50 points, and Austin Reeves was a no-show with just 12 points, 5 boards, and 6 turnovers on 36% shooting. And it brought the whole team down because outside Luka and Bron, Austin Reeves was supposed to be the number 3 guy, but he just turned out to be just another role player in the team. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, for the game, the Los Angeles Lakers shot just 45% from the field and 28.6% from 3. Reeves, who played the second most minutes of any starter, was a -3 in the game, and he was a borderline liability on the court at times. So it was so sad to see these Lakers just fall like that. So with JJ Redick's rotation so tight and just having 7 players deep, there was no room for error among the top rotation players. Even at some point, you could see even in Game 4, the Lakers didn't even do any substitutions. The JJ Redick didn't really serve any players. So it was so difficult because you can't have the whole you can't have like your top players on the team playing heavy minutes like that. They're bound to get tired, and the mistakes from Game 3 and Game 4 just got amplified in Game 5, and it was so difficult for the Lakers to go ahead and win it. So the supporting cast that has been consistent for the Lakers in the LeBron James era has been a leading factor in success, but unfortunately, against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Timberwolves were the better team. And people forget that even with the Minnesota Timberwolves trading away Karl Anthony Towns to the Knicks and in exchange for Julius Randle, which was mostly financial, the Timberwolves still look a dominant presence, and they're still looking to make it back to the West Finals, which is something that is highly likely. So this was crazy. And against the Timberwolves this series, the Lakers role players have been thoroughly outplayed, and the trail held in Game 5. So as I was watching these games, I didn't release videos talking about that, but I was keenly watching the rotations and how the players, the Lakers rotation is, and how the players are being rotated in the Los Angeles Lakers roster. But it is sad, and even I thought about the Lakers don't want they want the success, but they don't want to go through it. They just want to go ahead and win it, but it's unfortunate that doesn't happen. So compared to 22 bench points from the Timberwolves, the Lakers combined to drop just 4 points off the bench, going 0 for 3 between Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and Maxi Kleber. So the entire scoring load fell on the starters, and particularly Luka Doncic, whose 28 points effort went down in vain. So it's just sad, man. JJ Redick has leaned primarily on the starters throughout the entire series, giving only limited minutes to the reserves, and now it led to this result. He doesn't trust the bench players to go ahead and help the starters, and that is what has led to this result. And the lack of a center in this Lakers roster was the story of this series, because looking at how Rudy Gobert was looking out there like a prime Shaquille O'Neal, just going out there and having playoff career highs in points and boards, that shows you everything you need to know about the Lakers front court situation. I know Jackson Hayes has been there, but the Lakers are literally struggling to get any quality from the front court. So the Lakers gave up Anthony Davis in the Luka Doncic trade back in February, but it completely decimated their front line. After getting just Maxi Kleber from the Mavericks, the Lakers had to start Jackson Hayes to fill that hole at center. So in the playoffs, however, Hayes has been a problem for the Lakers, and he was a DNP in the 7-point loss in Game 5. And starting in his place was veteran swingman Dorian Finney-Smith, who is undersized for the position at 6'7" and 220 pounds. So you can see it was just a bloodbath in there. Without a proper big man in the rotation, the Lakers got absolutely bullied in the glass, giving up 54 rebounds to the Timberwolves, including 18 offensive boards. Meanwhile, they let Rudy Gobert go off for 27 points and 24 rebounds, which is one of the best games Rudy Gobert has played in a while. So now that the Lakers are out of the playoffs, an off-season of major reflection will happen. And besides the return of Luka Doncic and head coach JJ Redick, the future is just shrouded in uncertainty. And at some point, when I was looking at this whole situation with the Los Angeles Lakers, I feel like it's time for people to understand that the LeBron James era is done. The man is 40. It's high time this guy just does his farewell tour and just rides out the end of his contract. I'm waiting for him to announce his farewell tour so that we can just appreciate what LeBron James has done, because this whole pressure and the whole narrative that mainstream media and the NBA mainstream media are trying to push to see LeBron James succeed is not going to work, because this is not 28-year-old, 29-year-old, 32-year-old LeBron James. This is 40-year-old LeBron James. I mean, his fourth quarter performances have been atrocious. He has no bench. Like, he has no he has no help. And it's high time, the Lakers just figure out, if it's waiving LeBron James and getting him on a team-friendly contract so they can use that cap space to sign players. I know that's crazy, but right now the team is moving in a direction where they should center their offense around Luka Doncic, who's just basically entering his prime. And LeBron James is out of his prime. He's not a guy that you can consistently rely on. And just to tell you, and just to show you how old LeBron James is, there's no player in the 2000s that's actively playing outside LeBron James, KD, Stephen Curry, who are playing at that top level. And it's just a dying breed. It's just an end of an era. And you've seen what happened to KD. He didn't make the playoffs this season. Last year, he got swept by Anthony Edwards. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. He's basically retired KD and LeBron James. No, I say retired because they're going to come back, but he has knocked them out in the first round, and each of them have been embarrassing, especially for KD getting swept and LeBron James getting granted that gentleman sweep at the hand of Anthony Edwards. Full credit to him. So the thing is, the post-LeBron James era should be initiated, and the Lakers have a lot of things to think about because LeBron James is consuming so much cap space. And right now, LeBron James has achieved so much. He doesn't have anything left to prove. He's number one in scoring. He's that guy who has led 3 different organizations to win championships. He has won 4 championships. So there's nothing left to prove. And as if the Lakers just want to run it back again, this is just going to be a similar result. I know a lot of people can say, they lost because they didn't have Anthony Davis. But even if you look at it, last year they had AD and they couldn't even make it past the first round against the defending champions at the time. And they lost to the Denver Nuggets in 5 games. And this another first round loss that they've been given. And they lost even without AD. They had Luka. A lot of people said, we have Luka, so everything's going to work out. But one thing that people fail to understand is that bench is bad, and a lot of cap space is being consumed by LeBron James. I'm not saying LeBron James is not talented at his age. He's very good. He's one of the best players. I mean, a lot of people can take LeBron James over any young, unproven talent any time in the league, but his time has come to an end. When it comes to competing for championships, I feel like the last championship is that 2021. The only guy who looks legitimately he can even go ahead and win his 5th championship with Stephen Curry right now, because right now he has a better roster. He has Jimmy Butler there, so there's a high likelihood that the Warriors can even make it past the Wolves and make it past any team that they meet in the West Finals. They can even potentially win the championship. So it is what it is. So I mean, the Lakers are done, and I don't see where they go from here. I don't think they have what it takes to go ahead and even do anything right now with LeBron James at the helm. The only best thing to do is to, get quality role players. I know I know it's going to be very difficult, and a lot of people are not going to accept that, especially LeBron sexuals. I mean, I like LeBron James. He's actually one of my favorite players, but it's high time to just accept that the Lakers are not going to move with that man still on the roster, and just about it. So do drop me a comment down in the comment section down below what you think about this. I'm going to talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.